Pay attention to what I'm going to tell you. It's no coincidence that you are here now. You know that something is changing, something that affects you in a way that you can't ignore. What you feel, that tightness in your chest, that doubt that won't let you rest, is because there is something waiting for you. Something that only you can decide if you are going to embrace or not. You've noticed the signs, haven't you? They are there, in that feeling that appears out of nowhere, in the coincidences that seem to shout your name, in that thought that insists on coming back when everything gets quiet. This is not random, and you know that, but the universe won't do everything for you. It only points the way. The next step is yours. So, let me ask, what are you waiting for? Because time doesn't stop, and you know that if you do nothing now, you will carry that question with you forever. What if? That is the kind of doubt that can destroy a soul. Are you willing to live with that? Because deep down, you know the answer. You already feel it. You already know that you are ready for the next step, even if it means leaving things behind, facing the unknown, or even allowing yourself to feel what you are afraid to admit. There are no guarantees, but there is one truth. You will never know what could have been if you don't have the courage to try. So tell me, are you ready to listen to what your heart is already screaming for you to do? Because this is only between you and your courage. I know that you feel that something inside you doesn't want to run away from this. And even though you try to deviate, ignore, or postpone, you know it's useless. This won't go away until you do something. Because certain things in life don't ask for permission. They enter, mess everything up, and force you to look at what really matters. That is exactly what is happening now. You know what is at stake. You know there is something greater waiting, but the decision is in your hands. And I'll be honest, no one will make this decision for you. No one will come to hold your hand and tell you exactly what to do. This is your responsibility. And that is scary, I know. But it is also your greatest opportunity. Because the power to change everything is there, inside you. Now listen to me. There is no way to turn back time. What's done is done. But what you do from now on is what defines everything. You are facing a moment that can transform your life forever. The question is, are you going to do something, or are you going to let fear decide for you? Because fear, it loves to convince you that you're not capable, that it's better to wait, that the right moment will come. But let me tell you something, the right moment doesn't exist. It is you who makes the moment right. And before you start making excuses in your head, stop. You already know what you need to do. You've already felt it. It's there, deep in your chest, that voice telling you that now is the time. So, what's holding you back? What's stopping you from taking the step that could change everything? Is it the fear of making mistakes? Because if it is, let me remind you of something. Making mistakes is part of it. No one always gets it right. But what you can't do is paralyze yourself, staying in the same place, waiting for life to bring you answers, while everything around you keeps happening. You don't want to live with regrets. You don't want to look back and realize you missed the chance to do something amazing because you were scared. So, choose. Now. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel more prepared, because the truth is you'll never be 100% prepared. Life doesn't wait. And you know what? No one is promising that it will be easy. Because it won't be. But the things that are really worth it are never easy. What makes it worthwhile is precisely the effort, the challenge, the overcoming. That's what transforms. That's what makes you grow. And in the end, when you look back, you'll realize it was exactly what you needed. Even if now it seems too difficult. You're not alone in this, even if you feel that way sometimes. The universe is with you, but it can only help you if you take the first step. It won't carry you, it will walk beside you. But you need to start, so look inside yourself. Face what's inside. Don't run away, don't hide, because running away will only take you further from who you really are. And you know that feeling of, it's not the right time, or I'm not ready yet, that's fear talking. And fear, it only has power over you if you let it. It wants you to stay where you are in the comfort zone, but nothing extraordinary happens in the comfort zone. Nothing. So I'm going to be direct with you now. Your life is the result of the choices you make. It's not destiny, it's not luck, it's not coincidence. It's you, your decisions, your actions. Everything is in your hands. You can stay there, thinking, hesitating, wondering what could go wrong. Or you can choose to act, to take a risk, to face whatever comes. Because even if you stumble, even if it doesn't go as planned, at least you will have tried. And that is already much more than most people do. Can you feel that? This call. It's there because something needs to change. Because deep down, you know you weren't born to live an ordinary life. You know there's something greater waiting for you. But that will only happen if you allow yourself. And I know it's not easy. It's much easier to stay where you are, where it's safe, where nothing challenges you. But tell me, is that what you want for your life? A lukewarm, predictable existence, without excitement, without growth? Or do you want something more, something that makes your heart race, that gives you purpose, that makes you wake up every day knowing you are living your truth? You have a choice. It's not about what others expect from you. It's not about what society thinks is right. It's about you, just you. And you need to decide now, because tomorrow, it is never guaranteed. What you have is this moment, here and now. And the truth is that no one can do this for you. No matter how many pieces of advice you hear, how many motivational words someone says. In the end, it's about you. It's about what you are willing to do, not what you wish. Wishing is easy, anyone can wish. But acting requires something more. And now you need to decide if you will be the person who wishes or the one who acts. I know that at this very moment your mind is full of buts. But what if it goes wrong? But what if it's not what I expect? But what if I regret it? Listen, you are focusing on what might go wrong when you should be thinking about what could go right. Because here is the truth that no one likes to admit. Everything can go wrong, yes. And yet, it's worth it. Because trying and failing is infinitely better than not trying and never knowing. And one more thing, regret hurts. But the regret of not having done something that could have changed your life, that's the kind of pain that doesn't go away. You don't want to carry that with you. You don't want to look back a year from now, 5 years from now, or even a lifetime, and realize you let fear decide for you. Because fear doesn't want to protect you, it wants to control you. And you can't let it. Now, breathe. Feel what is happening inside you. Your heart beating faster, that tension in your stomach, the doubt wanting to take over. This is not weakness. This is you facing your own truth. It is your body telling you that you are on the brink of something important, that you are about to cross a boundary that once seemed insurmountable. And I will be even more direct. What is holding you back is not real. The fears, the doubts, the excuses, they only have power because you are feeding them. Stop feeding them. Choose to feed your courage. Choose to feed the vision of who you can become. Because you are stronger than you think, more capable than you believe. And do you know how I know that? Because you have faced things before, and somehow you always overcame them. Why would it be different now? Life is made of risks, but truly living is accepting that yes, you can fall, and still, you get up. And when you get up, something inside you changes. Something grows. You realize that fear is not the end, that mistakes do not define you, that every step, no matter how small, takes you closer to who you really are. But I will tell you something that perhaps no one has told you yet. The universe does not wait. It is constantly moving, and you need to move with it. If you stay still, the opportunities pass. The doors close, not because you are not worthy, but because you chose not to cross them. Do not let that happen. Do not let what you want slip away because you were afraid to take a risk. And I know you feel it. This urgency, this pressure. It is not there to scare you. It is there to remind you that the moment is now. Not later. Not when you feel you are completely ready. Because the truth is, you never will be. No one is. Total preparation is an illusion. The only thing you need is the courage to start. So, here's what you do. You stop thinking about what can go wrong and start thinking about what you're going to do to make it right. You stop worrying about perfection and focus on action. Because it doesn't matter if the first step is small. The important thing is that you take that step. Because one step leads to the next, and before you know it, you'll be in a place you never thought possible. But it all starts now, with you, with the choice you're about to make. And I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you. It's going to be hard. There will be moments when you will want to give up. But it is exactly in those moments that you grow. It is exactly in those moments that you discover who you really are. And if you give up now, you will never know how far you could have gone. No more excuses. No more thinking about possibilities that only exist in your head. Because while you're standing there, time is passing. And time, it waits for no one. It will not wait until you are completely sure, until all the circumstances are aligned, until all the signs are clear. That's not going to happen. You know that, don't you? Life never hands everything to you on a silver platter. If it did, there would be no learning, no growth. Everything that is really worthwhile requires courage, requires sacrifice, requires you to face fear and say, I'm not going to let you stop me. And now is the time to do that. You've been through tough times before, haven't you? Moments when you thought you couldn't handle it, when you thought you didn't have enough strength, and yet you're here. You overcame. You pushed on. That wasn't luck. That was you. That was your ability to endure, to find a way, to get back up even when everything seemed lost. So why would it be different now? Why are you doubting yourself now? Because I'm going to tell you something that maybe no one has the courage to say. The only thing stopping you at this moment is you. It's not the world. It's not the circumstances. It's not what people think or say. It's you. And accepting that might hurt, but it's also liberating. Because if the problem is within you, the solution is too, and it's closer than you think. So I'm going to ask you again, what are you waiting for? Because time is not going to stop. Life is not going to slow down for you to decide what to do. It will keep going, with or without you. And opportunities, they also don't wait. They pass. And when they pass, they don't come back. That's the reality. And you need to face it. Do you want a life that makes sense? A life that fulfills you? Then start now. Not tomorrow, not when you think you're ready, but now. Because every day you wait is one less day to live what you really want. And that's not something you can get back. Lost time doesn't return. What you can do is choose not to lose any more moments. And here's the truth you might need to hear. It's not about feeling ready. It's about acting even though you're not. It's about taking the first step even when you're not sure where it will lead you. Because certainty doesn't come before action. It comes after you start, after you face your fears, after you discover you're capable of much more than you imagined. But there's only one way to find that out, by acting. And acting now. Because if you keep waiting, what's going to change? Nothing. Nothing changes when you stay still. Nothing improves. What happens is that time keeps passing, and things stay the same. And if you're here, reading this, it's because deep down, you know you don't want things to stay the same. You want more, you deserve more. So enough of doubts, enough of waiting for the perfect moment. Because it doesn't exist. What exists is this moment, here, now. And it is everything you need, everything you have always needed. Because it is your decision that creates the next step. It is your courage that defines what comes next. And now, I will be even more direct. No one is going to save you. No one is going to appear with a magic solution. No one is going to take you by the hand and show you exactly what to do. This is your responsibility, your choice. And as scary as that may seem, it is also the most powerful thing you have, because it means the control is with you. So, what will it be? Will you continue to wait for something to change on its own? Or will you finally do what needs to be done? Because deep down you already know the answer. You already know what you want. You are just waiting for a permission that no one can give you. And do you know why? Because that permission can only come from you. Now is the moment. Not in a little while, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready. Now. Because the only way to change your life is to act. And you already know that. You just need to trust yourself enough to take the first step. So tell me, are you ready? Because if you are, don't look back. Just go. Now it's up to you. The moment has come to stop postponing, to stop hesitating, and to take the next step. You know what needs to be done. You know what is inside you begging to come out, begging to happen. Don't wait any longer. Make the decision that can change everything. But before moving forward, I want you to do something for me, something for us. If this message touched you, if you felt that something inside you moved, leave your like right now. This is not just a gesture, it's a commitment. It is you saying that you are ready to start to transform your life. And more, share what you are feeling. Write in the comments what's going through your mind right now. What did this message bring to you? What are you going to do from today onwards? Your experience can help other people who are also at this same decision point. And of course, subscribe to the channel. Because this journey doesn't end here. There is still much to discover, much to learn, much to live. Let's do this together. Enable notifications and don't miss the next content. That could be exactly what you need to keep moving forward. Now, take a deep breath and go. Your life is waiting. I am here with you, cheering for every step.